Hello and welcome to another Guild Wars skill review. So in this case I'm going to be covering Double Dragon. It used to be a completely different skill that kind of sucked, that literally no one ever ran, but now it's actually very strong. What it used to do is it would just deal 2 packets of like 112 damage or something. It had like a 30-second cooldown and just like no one ran it. It was just really bad. But just 200 damage every 30 seconds is not that useful. In this case, it now is an 8-second DOT that'll apply one to yourself and an ally. So if you cast it, see how it's on me and Panaku over here. So it actually doubles the damage. So like if an enemy is in between both of these rings, they'll take 28 damage per ring they're in. So they'll actually take 56 damage. So assuming they're 60 armor, of course. But so one thing I really like about Double Dragon is while enemy melee is attacking your backline and you're just kind of hanging out in the backline, they're taking damage from you if you're next to them. So like in this case, if they're just standing next to me, they're just taking damage. So they're running up to this shock dude, this Headmaster Vang. So I'm just standing next to them to like double the damage that they're taking from both rings. This also can pressure enemies away, which can be useful. So like it can kind of draw out fights if you're like low on resources or something. You have 10 energy and you want to get like enemies off of your guys. You can just throw up Double Dragon and stand next to them to kind of like ward off enemies, because AI does react to damage over time effects. So that's how you can use it like defensively. To use it offensively, generally speaking, you just target the enemy you want to attack and you cast it on them, even though it doesn't actually cast on them. So I'm going to use it. Dragon Stomp, fuck that, complicate, alright. So in this case, it put it on Headmaster Vang, which isn't ideal. It does put it on... It usually puts it on who's ever closest. So I think he was just like slightly closer for some reason. I don't know why it put it on him, but generally it will put it on like a melee unit. So let's try it again on these guys. So let's like hit him with a spell. Now let's cast it. Should put it on who's ever closest, which should, yeah, now Panaku is closest. So now he's running up to this guy. I'm just going to spam Flare just to, like, get some flares in, you know what I'm saying? But, alright, let's use this again. So this is the great thing about the skill, is you can just stand next to things and it does damage. That's, like, I don't think people realize how powerful that is. It can be removed from someone removing an enchant, but usually when you're dealing damage, you're locked up in an animation, right? Like if I'm casting Flare, I'm casting AoE. If I'm like casting anything, I'm locked into animation. The great thing about Double Dragon is if you're dealing with enemies that like interrupt or knock down or something, you can just cast it ahead of time and then just run up to them. Or you can like kind of bait interrupts just by not doing anything, but you're still able to deal damage, which is useful. There was a mission I was just doing where there was a bunch of mesmers. I can't remember what it was, but they all had psychic instability, and they would just keep interrupting me and knocking me down and shit, and it was really annoying. But with Double Dragon, I was able to like get some damage in, just like wait for them to use their interrupt, and then just kind of stand next to them. So that's another useful thing about it. It does benefit from enchants plus 20%. It actually will last 2 more seconds instead of 1. It increases the duration to 9.6, which actually rounds up to 10, so it actually will trigger 10 times. That's another useful thing. You probably noticed I have Complicate. I actually have this for a reason. This one I'm just kind of sneaking in with the Double Dragon video. Complicate is a really good utility skill. It's kind of like Cry of Frustration, but with teeth, in that it can like disable the interrupted skill. So in this case, I specifically waited for Dragon Stomp, which can wipe your team if like your spirits are down or whatever. So that's why I have Complicate on my bar right now. So this is kind of like two skills really. It's Double Dragon and Complicate. So Double Dragon can be used defensively. You can bait enemies, have them come to you. You can always throw on like ward against melee or like your defensive spirits and kind of like keep the enemies at bay. You can use it offensively. You yourself can move up to the enemy backline, which if you have, let's see if we get anything. Ooh, a platinum staff. Let's check out. See if this is good. Okay, we got some lag. Nice. Oops, that's not that. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know if this is worth anything. But anyways, you have your complicate, or your complicate. Fuck, I can't speak right now. You have complicate and you have double dragon, so they are both pretty good. Check them out.